Is Clickworker a great site to earn some extra cash on the site online, or is it a scam you should stay away from? My name is Michael from paidfromservice.com, and I have been a member of this platform for a while, and let me just reveal right away that I have both some good and some bad experiences with Clickworker, and in this Clickworker review I will give you all the details and show you exactly what you can expect so you can see if this is the right opportunity for you or not. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about how to get the most out of get paid to sites, paid service sites, and other free ways to earn some extra cash on the site online. So let's start by going over who can join Clickworker, and you can join from more or less all countries, and there are online microtasks you can find in most countries, but of course the number of opportunities will vary from country to country, but you can theoretically join from more or less all countries, and then how many opportunities you will get will depend on your country. Also, if you decide to join after having watched this review, then it might be beneficial to know that there is a Clickworker app both for iOS devices you can download through the App Store, or also for Android devices you can download through Google Play. So that definitely can be an easy way to get access to the task no matter where you are, and get to the tasks before they fill up, because some of the tasks do have limited number of workers needed. But let's now then log in and look a little bit closer at what you can get and how much you can earn inside Clickworker. So I have now logged into Clickworker, and it is fairly easy to get an overview. You have the jobs here, all jobs section here, and that's where you can find the different tasks. And then you have offers and promotions, which is more like offer walls you would usually find on other get paid to sites. And before going over these jobs here, I also just want to here mention these assessments, because here you can take some assessments and sometimes you will then qualify for further jobs. So this can be a section that is definitely also worth checking out to make sure you get access to as many tasks as possible. And if you go then to the list of the available jobs, then you can see which jobs are currently available and how much you would earn, and then you can just click one of them and then read more. And as you can see here, I have blocked out a lot of the content here, or basically all of it, and usually I always show you examples of platforms, but I am not allowed to do that on Clickworker because they have a privacy policy that does not allow you to show any information from inside the platform. Personally, I think that's a little bit strange, and how I found out was even more strange, but I'll get into that a little bit later. For now, let me jump over and show you some examples from outside the platform, because I cannot show you anything else from inside here. So the types of jobs you can do are these categorizations, copy editing, some different researching or proofreading. There are also some surveys. You see app testing, photo capturing, video recordings. There are all these different data entry kind of tasks you can do. It has a decent number of tasks, and what I like is that you can find some tasks here that you can actually not really find on many other platforms. And depending on the country you live in, the rewards you get for your time are also decent. So as an extra side for some different types of tasks, it can be interesting to check out for sure. The offer wall section I'm not really impressed with at all, but the job section where you find these types of jobs here can sometimes have some interesting jobs, but you will not qualify for all of them, just so you are aware, and many of them only need a limited number of workers, so you also need to get to them fairly quickly to have a chance to qualify. But just choose the task carefully, because some of them can actually be quite time consuming. So even though the reward maybe seems decent at first, you also need to look into what is required, because some of it is quite involved. An important thing I always look into when I check get paid to sites is also how good support you get, because it is always important to know that you can actually get in contact with them if you should happen to have any issues. And a good place to start is the FAQ section, and I must say that Clickworker definitely has a great FAQ section. There really is a lot of information here, and you will very likely find most of the answers you need here. However, I have been in contact with the support of Clickworker myself, and this is a very bad experience I actually had with Clickworker, and this is the biggest issue I have with this site, because it definitely does have some positive sides, but as I also mentioned, I also had some bad experiences. And The experience I had was actually when I first published a Clickworker review on my website and here on my YouTube channel. I showed people inside, I showed you around, I showed you some examples of the tasks. And then I got an angry email from the support of Clickworker, and they actually threatened me with all kind of legal action if I did not just take down the review and the video, because they did not want people to get an inside look of the platform, because that was against the privacy policy. And you can of course argue that I should have read that in the privacy policy, but as you probably know, most of us do not really read the full privacy policy because we can't be bothered to read a lot of pages and try to look into all the legal terminology and all that. Anyways, I fully respect that they do not want people to get an inside look unless they actually join, and that the clients do not want the prices, examples and all this to be shown. I think it's a little bit strange, and I've never experienced that on any other get paid to site, but I do respect that. However, what showed me something about their support is the way they communicated. If they had just written me nicely and explained the situation, it would have been very nice, but instead I got a very angry email, threatened me in the first email, and then when I replied them back, it took forever. It took many days before they got back to me. And actually, when they first also wrote me, they actually just blocked my account also without any warning and without actually trying to communicate. They just sent this angry email saying that we blocked your account, take this down or you will not get access to your account again. And I tried to then communicate with them, and the whole communication process was just very tough, and I ended up getting access to my account again. But that experience and about how they communicated, that just for me tells a lot about a company. And this has also been the reason that I've decided not to use Clickworker anymore, because I tried to actually ask them some genuine questions and try to communicate in a way that I found appropriate, but it was very difficult to get any proper answers from them, and it was just more standard answers. And that can just of course be because of that one worker that was responsible for the support there, but that just gave me a really bad experience. And it tells a lot about a company when they have angry support or when they are not very helpful. And that is also why I wanted to share this with you, so I can show you both the good and the bad sides of this platform. But when that is said, let's now also go over a very important aspect you need to be aware of to find out if you want to join, and that is how you can get paid. So the payout threshold on Clickworker is fairly low. It is €5 or €10 depending on how you want to get your earnings out. So it is fairly easy to reach. It still takes some effort because some of the tasks takes quite a bit of time, but it is definitely not too high. And I do like their payout methods. You can get paid via PayPal, SEPA transfers or TransferWise. And SEPA is direct bank transfer, so you can actually also get your money directly into your bank account, which is quite unusual for get paid to sites, and I definitely think that is a great option to have as well. So I said earlier also that you can join from more or less all countries, or definitely from a lot of countries, but you of course need to make sure that you actually have these payout methods in your country, because if not, you cannot get paid, and then it would be a waste of time to start doing tasks here. But overall, I think the payout methods and the payout conditions are definitely great on Clickworker. Overall, Clickworker has both pros and cons for sure. I think it is great that it has some interesting tasks that are quite different than what you can find on many other platforms. But you just need to choose your tasks carefully, because some of them can be quite time consuming for the value you actually get for it. It has great payout methods and a fairly low payout threshold, and is available in a lot of countries, and that is definitely pros. But it also has cons, and one of them is definitely, in my personal opinion, their support is just not good enough. I've shared my experience about my bad interaction with their support, and that is a huge minus in my opinion, and something that means that I can actually not really recommend it anymore, because the way that they communicated with me in the emails I had with them, that just tells a lot about our company, and that was something I was very disappointed with actually, and that is also why I stopped using them, because I was not sure that if I would run into any issue that I would be able to get the support that actually wouldn't be needed. And that is always something that is very important, and it is a deal breaker for me if a platform does not have proper support. In addition to that, it does not have as many tasks as many other platforms do. But as an extra platform, and if you do not expect to actually need support, then I think Clickworker can be interesting to check out, but it is definitely not one of my favorite sites for sure. There are many other get paid to sites where I think you get better value for your time and where you have more opportunities. But if you want to know more details about Clickworker, or if you want to see a list of my top recommended sites to earn some extra money on the side, online for free, then I have all that information on my website, paidfromservice.com, and I will leave the link to that below this video here, so make sure to check that out. And also, if this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button, and also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about how to get the most out of get paid to sites, paid service sites, and other free ways to earn some extra cash on the side online.